Hey guys, and welcome back for today's unboxing video. I got two boxes with a couple of comics inside and I'm gonna be opening them, maybe browse through them a little bit and see what kind of quality they are, and maybe showing a little bit of the art. One of the stories is a pretty famous story, so yeah, I'm finally completing that one with one of these packages. Pretty sure it's this package, so I'm gonna be opening that one up first. I have to be a little bit careful because I took off the address label and I'm already on the bubble wrap, so I can't really dig in that much with the knife. It's all the way taped up, so I'm not sure how this is going to get opened securely without damaging the books. This doesn't seem to be working at all, so I guess I'm just gonna open this up, see if I can pull it out. There we go. Halfway there, and you can see that they don't have any backup board, so yeah, not so happy with that. Not that I'm expecting the sellers to board every comic or anything like that, but just the first ones and the last ones might be just preferred by me to ship it like that. But we'll see how they ended up. It is tight, very tightly packed, so there's that. Yeah, not a big fan of shipping it this way. Well, at least that's done, and without any further damage on the books. Let me see. Yeah, so this is one set and this is the other set. So it's a set of Marvel Comics Presents issues number 1 until 16, I think. Might be an issue missing here or there. And then we have the Infinity Gauntlet issues number 1 through 6. I do have a couple of issues of Infinity Gauntlet, but I never had it fully completed, so I do have that now. One of the issues that I do have is issue number 1. And I'm going to be comparing it to see if this one is better looking than the one I own. I don't think it is, because it does have some folds here, and apart from that, it looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit wear on the side right here. There you can see that the white is coming through instead of it being black, which is not from the ad. So yeah, I think the one I own is better than this one. So we got Infinity Gauntlet 1 and 2. Number 3 and oh wait, no, didn't say that proper. We got 1 and 2 right here. Issue number 3 and 4. Issue number 5 and 6. Then we have Marvel Comics Presents as a set, which contains 4 stories in one book, and some of those stories might be spread out over separate parts or over multiple parts, and some stories might be just a single story in one book. They all look pretty nice, I gotta say, and issue number 1 looks pretty clean as well. It does seem to have a fold going through the middle, but it's not color breaking, so that's fixable. They do seem a little bit discolored. So yeah, it's always got a story of Wolverine in it, and then we have a story of Man-Thing, Silver Surfer, and Shang-Chi. And it has a sticker on the back side, which is too bad, but that happens sometimes. So yeah, issue number 1 and number 2. I can feel that this one has a sticker as well. And as you can see, compared to the previous issue, the story of the Silver Surfer has been replaced by the story of the Captain. So the other 2 stories are multiple parts or chapters. Issue number 3 and number 4. With the story of the Thing and the Mighty Thor. Issue number 5 and number 6. With stories of Daredevil and the Incredible Hulk. While the stories of Man-Thing and Shang-Chi, the Master of Kung Fu, are still going strong. Issue number 7 and number 8. And the story of the Submariner and Iron Man. Number 9 and number 10. With Machine Man, Cloak, and El Aguila. And Colossus, yeah, also Colossus. And I personally really like the story of Colossus in this one, with art by Rick Leonardi. And the Machine Man here. But yeah, the story of Colossus. With art by Rick Leonardi. I always like that story, and the art is pretty captivating. I always thought pretty cool. And this is continued in issue number 12, of course. It has been moved to the front. I think. No. Oh, it's all the way in the front. So this one does not contain the story of Wolverine, I guess. That's odd. Yeah, let's look at the art by Rick Leonardi. This one contains the story of Namorita and Hercules, I think I saw. Yeah, Namorita and Hercules. Black Panther and Shauna the She-Devil and Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman. Speedball and Nomad and Black Panther in this one, issue number 14. And to finish it off, we got issue number 15 and 16. With, in issue number 15, additional stories of the Black Panther. Marvel Girl, or the Phoenix, Jean Grey. and Red Wolf. And in issue 16 we have, it's the final chapter. I think it might be, no, it's the penultimate one. Again with Black Panther, Longshot, and Kazar. And then for the next box, this contents of this box was sold to me by House of M Comics, as you can see by the stickers. I've mentioned it before. It's a physical store in Rotterdam. And what they had up for sale, it was a couple of Avengers annuals, of which I only really needed one, which was the King Size Special number 4, which is lying on top here. All the other annuals I already do own, and some of them are in a worse state than others, but there might still be an upgrade in here. So what we have is King Size Special number 4, as I said, with some damage on it, big crease here with a color breaking spine crunch, wouldn't even call it a tick, but it's worse than that. I think it might be even a tear a little bit. Doesn't seem like it, but there is a tear right here, as you can see, which might have had a price sticker on it. I don't know. Some dog ears right here, which might be fixable, but it will surely have a color break on it. Yeah, it's just a little bit messed up. I was expecting it to be of a worse state than it actually is, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now, I'm not sure if these were still reprints or if they are original stories or not. I think this might be reprints, but I'm not sure. So we got the Radioactive Man and Zemo here. I think that might be... Oh, we got the Black Knight in here as well. So yeah, that's the first Masters of Evil, I think. And I saw some ads here. The earlier issues of the Avengers. I think it might actually be this one. So it might be a reprint of issue number 6. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, this is the one I needed. I got it now, so I'm very happy with that. Then we have annual number 8. I'm pretty sure that the one I already own is in a better state than this one is, because it's got some pretty nasty faults right here. And just overall damage. Probably be putting this one up for sale for a really cheap price, because it looks pretty damaged. And then we have annual number 9, which looks in a better shape than the previous one. pretty nice art, I gotta say. I don't recognize it immediately, but it looks kind of familiar. Don Newton. Never heard of the guy, but the art looks pretty solid. Annual number 12. This looks in a pretty decent shape. Now this one was published in what? 1983. Pretty cool art as well. Oh yeah, it's Butch Geese, so yeah. Generally I like his art. Let me just put it like that. I guess it depends on the inker a lot, but yeah. Looks pretty good. The Inhumans in there. Issue number 14. The annual with art by John Byrne. Against the Skrulls. Yeah, this might just have been one of my more favorite teams of the Avengers. Got Captain Marvel, Star Fox, Black Knight, Captain America, Hercules, and the Wasp. Next annual, also art by John Byrne, I think. It's part of the Atlantis Attacks saga, issue number 18. No, this is not John Byrne, it's Ron Wilson. I guess the Avengers West Coast was drawn by John Byrne back then, the annual. With a backup story done by Mark Bagley, one of his earlier artwork. And I think the backup story containing the saga of the Serpent Crown is also by Mark Bagley. Yeah, it is. So yeah, this was way before he drew Amazing Spider-Man, even before New Warriors. And then we have issue number 19, part of the Terminus Factor. It's art by Art Trimp. I never read this story. I don't know. It didn't really appeal to me, but eventually I will probably read it with the, what was this, Acts of Vengeance conclusion or something? Yeah, the epilogue to Acts of Vengeance as well, which was a pretty cool crossover in my opinion. And then we have Citizen Kang issue number 21. Yeah, with not that great art, typical 90s generic art in there. So yeah, we got a little batch of Avengers annuals, with which I'm very pleased with, to finally own the 4th issue of that. And quite a pile of Marvel Comics Presents. And we got Infinity Gauntlet right here. So yeah, pretty cool comics. I think I wanted to share that with you guys, and thank you guys for joining. I do have one more box on the way, which should be coming in a couple of days from now. And then there will be coming in 18 boxes filled to the brim with all kinds of comics from the US, which is going to be a new series of me unboxing one box every day for your pleasure and mine. So yeah, that should be coming up in the next couple of days or weeks, maybe even. And I still have those 3 mask toys to unpack right there, so be on the lookout for that if you're interested in those mask toys. It's Loyal Subjects reissues of Kenner toys from the 80s. I'm very curious about that. But for now, this is the end of this video. Thank you guys for joining, and see you guys for the next video. Later!